Hi, hello, welcome to a quickie for March 28th, 2013. This is called for more FM for more than price. We have a lot of people who have gotten pretty good at using their FM to change the price, but they don't realize it can do other stuff too, like change other features, parts of the item file. So we're going to go through two different things on how the FM works and what we can do. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to just bring up my Windows terminal, which is just like your handheld. I'm going to go ahead and go enter. I'm going to go into price verify. Now if I'm in enter, if I'm in standard mode and I put in an item
3, 4, 10.
Okay, it announces the price and it comes up with this statement that says $M and enter. Now you know if I put in a new price, it's going to take the new price. But if I type the letter M and press enter, I'm going to walk through some fields and I'm able to change them at this point if I want. So if the reorder number is not 80132, but it's actually 800, enter, that will change it. And I can just hit enter, it's done. And if I bring it up again, it helps if I put in the right number.
3, 4, 10.
I hit the M button and walk through, we're going to see that my reorder number is now that. Now you're going to notice the case cost is just coming up with 0.02 with an enter or end. Enter or end. And that means that I'm able to look at them, but I'm not able to change them. So you go, well, where the heck is all this stuff? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to my FM program under Setup, Program Setup. There's this button here called Add View, Change Settings. So if I bring this up, with this little list here, we see a list of all these fields and little pictures of FM units. Now if you remember, I was in an item. So when I went into it, the first thing it saw, when I did M, the first thing it saw was the long name. Then I saw the description, the department. Then I jumped to reorder code. And then it showed me the case cost and showed me the case pack. Okay, so that it kind of explains exactly what happens here. When I'm viewing an item, it's going to walk through this list, and the first thing it's going to do is reg name, and since it's a picture looks like this, it's going to let me view and change it. It's going to skip the long name because that's kind of hard to do with the FM. It's going to show the the size description, and then the department. Then it's going to skip all these guys. Then it's going to go down to reorder code, and then the last two, case cost and case pack. It's going to show me those, but it's not going to let me change them. So let's say I want to be able to change. I want to be able to change the sub-department while I'm at there. I double-click it to get it to plain. If I just wanted to look at the sub-department, I could do that. So I'm going to set it up to here. So now like that, I'm going to close and save. Save settings. Hop back over here.
3, 4, 10.
So there's a reg name. There's the size. There's the department. There's the reorder number. Yeah, it's not taking effect yet because I actually have to stop and restart the FM program, which I will do now. Okay, get back into the system. Okay. Price verify. Enter. 796, 160, 181,
3, 4, 10.
Okay, so I do M, register name, size, department, and there's the sub-department. So I can put the sub-department in at this point if I wanted to. Now the one quirk on these things, it's not looking for valid entries. So you can put whatever you want. You have to know what you're doing. That's why it's kind of hidden. Now you'll notice when we got
3, 4, 10.
When we got to the end, when we were going through all the fields that we could only look at, the screen was saying enter or end. If I hit end, it's going to stop going through this item. Well, it's supposed to. My guy's not behaving. So that's how I can turn on and off fields. That's one way. Now, the other thing that people ask, when I'm out there, I want to be able to scan all these items and change something about them, just real quick. Well, that's under options. Go to options. We have a thing called prompt. And we have it set for a whopping 4 different things you can choose from. You can choose the label code. That's the label code, the letter code for label. 2 department, 3 WIC flag, or 4 sub-department. You can see which ones are the popular ones. I'm going to go ahead and set it to department, since that's the question that prompted this quickie. So I'm going to go ahead and scan the item. Oops, helps if you put it in right.
3, 4, 10.
Okay, so there it is. If I just hit enter at this point, normally it would go back to scanning the next item, right? Well, now if I hit enter, it beeps at me and says, department, current is 16. What do you want to change it to? Oh, let's change it to 17. Yeehaw. And now I'm back to scanning.
3, 4, 10.
And when I hit enter again, it asks me department. It's now 17. I'm going to change it back to 16. Okay. And once again, you got to put in the thing right.
3, 4, 10.
Okay, now once you're done playing with that second prompt, you go to prompt, you go to options, prompt, and off, 0.
3, 4, 10.
So now if I hit enter, it just takes me back to enter UPC. So once again, there's 2 things that you might want to look into. One, what you're set up to see if you do the more. Okay. Now you might be wondering why I have retail price blocked on the view, because that came up first. There's no reason to see that. You'll also notice when I add an item, I don't have it in there. This is all changeable. This is just the settings I have. So that's the one way, and that's the more option. If you want the prompt, then you turn the prompt on. Now let's just see how the prompt behaves if we're in price verify quick check, which I believe it's not going to be that interested. Let's just see what happens if we try to turn the prompt on with quick check.
4, 10.
Alright, see? Nothing happens because we can't, in quick check mode, we're not actually allowed to change anything. And these options are set by terminal. So if you have multiple terminals, you have one terminal turned on for the prompt, only that terminal is going to get the question for the prompt. So once more just to hammer it home, when you're bringing up an item, if you're in standard mode, you bring up an item.
3, 4, 10.
At that prompt, you can type M, and then you can walk through the fields that you have programmed in to be able to be looked at or changed. And then to change to automatically for a prompt every time you do something, you scan an item, you go to prompt, and you set the prompt. Okay? So
3, 4, 10.
So I just scanned it, I press enter, now it's asking me for the sub-department, 150, I'm going to put in 151. So there you go. That's our quick little, that's actually one of our first quickies that we've done. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.